Hello guys, how are you everybody? And this is Maria Ria and I would like to share to you my experience sa aking travel from the United States of America back here to my beloved country, Philippines. So I originated in South Carolina, USA. I left in July 15 and I got here on July 16 at around 8 o'clock in the evening. This travel is quite different from my previous travel that I had in the past. Kasi before, yung mga layover ko sa different countries, sometimes it would take me 3 hours na magpahinga sa airport or minsan 8 hours and the longest was 12 hours and that was in Hong Kong. That was before COVID. So, kasi minsan pinipili ko kasi yung mga flight na medyo makakasave naman and those flights that, that are quite cheap, those flights are the ones that has longer layover. But anyway, this flight now is different because yung layover is only 30 minutes. Looks like they don't want the passengers to be lingering in the airport for a long time. And I know the reason of that would be because of COVID-19 pandemic. So like I've said, my originating place is South Carolina. So from South Carolina, they need us to present, of course, our passport. That's the basic thing. And the secondly is yung negative test result. At kapag wala ka niyan, pwede ding, kung na-vaccine ka na, you don't have to provide that negative result for your COVID test, kundi pwede na yung vaccine certificate kapag na-vaccine ka na. Dapat nakumpleto mo yung 2 doses, okay? So, dalawa lang passport at saka yung negative test result or yung card na certificate for that you have been vaccinated already. So, ngayon from South Carolina, stopover ng Houston, Texas. Pagdating ko ng Houston, Texas, what they check is the same thing. Yung COVID test result, or kung wala ka niyan, kung naka-vaccine ka na, yung certificate of vaccination. Tapos, ang pangalawang hiningi nila is yung safety travel. That one is one of the things that the government of Hawaii is requiring para sa mga travelers. Pag wala ka niyan, hindi ka mabigyan ng bracelet. Yung wristband pala, hindi ka bibigyan ng wristband pagdating mo sa, hindi ka mabibigyan ng wristband. Ang wristband na yan, green wristband na yan, i-check yan pagdating sa Hawaii. If you don't have that, you cannot proceed to your destination. Kasi requirement yan. So, habang nasa Texas ka pa, i-check nila yan. They are going to settle that up first. Okay? So ngayon, before your flight, 24 hours before your flight, you're supposed to be logging in to a certain website na hindi ko yan alam. Mag-login ka sa website ng Hawaii. It's a safety travel. Tapos, you are going to register yourself there, put your information and answer some question. Dahil hindi ko yan nabasa, hindi ko naalam yan, pagdating ko ng Hawaii, hindi ko na kompleto yan, wala akong certification. So, doon na sa checking, they had me download that website para makapag-register ako. I had a hard time doing that because the internet connection was low. Fortunately, I was eventually able to register at nabigyan naman ako ng wristband. So, wristband and that safety travel thing that you have to register ang kailangan before you can board a plane going to Hawaii. Pagdating ko ng Hawaii, chinek na nila yung wristband. Dahil may wristband ako, I went straight ahead to the next gate going para pa-fly naman ng Guam. Pagdating sa Guam, ang i-check na naman nila is yung identification card mo. So, ang ginamit ko ng passport pag pagkuha ko ng ticket is yung Philippine passport ko. So pag Philippine passport ang gamit mo, wala kang problema, diretso ka pasok sa gate. Ngayon, yung babae next to me, she's a Philippine, she's a Filipino but she is American citizen. Ang ginamit niyang passport is US citizen. Hinanapan siya ng any Philippine issued ID. Wala siyang ID. Hinanapan siya ng birth certificate issued in the Philippines. Wala din siya niyan. So, I don't know what they did para matulungan siya na mapatuloy sa kanyang travel back to the Philippines. Ako kasi I made sure na maka-apply ako ng dual citizenship para pagdating ko pag mag-travel ako dito sa Pilipinas, walang problema. At kung babalik naman ako sa Amerika, yung gamitin ko, yung passport ko, sa US passport ko. Okay lang yan. So ngayon, diretso na ako doon sa gate. Pagdating ko sa gate, chinek na naman nila yung, of course, passport ko at yung certificate ko ng vaccination. Chinek din nila kung may face mask ako at saka face shield. Pag wala kang face mask or wala kang face shields, or if you refuse to wear those, you will be refused to board the plane as well. According sa gate personnel, sabi niya, it is per president's order and everybody has to adhere to that. Very strict. Sa mga previous country na nag-stop over ako, wala namang kailangan may face mask talaga. Well, they say you have to wear your face mask. Pero ang wala sa kanilang order is face shield. Sa Philippines lang talaga na talagang stricto, which is good. Tapos yung gate para sa Guam, which is going to the Philippines, talagang walang masyadong tao. At saka yung plane talagang observe talaga yung distance ng mga tao. Yung sa previous planes na nasakyan ko, it's like normal. Tabi-tabi kami. Pero yung sa plane going to the Philippines, hindi. Talagang maluwang na maluwang. So, takot yata sila. Sinunod talaga nila yung order na president. Pagdating ko ng Manila, I actually arrived in Manila at around 8:50. I arrived on time, pero nakalabas ako ng airport ng 10 o'clock. Past 10. Yeah. Dahil sa hindi naman maraming pila, medyo may mga pangangailangan. Ang unang kailangan is yung of course, hotel reservation. Kailangan nila yan. Yung hotel reservation at saka yung registration mo para sa swabbing. Kasi isa-swab tayo while we are in the hotel. I think it was 3 days or 5 days after our stay in the hotel. So, I was able to do that prior to my departure. So, that was good. Kaso yung yung mga other passengers na nauna sa akin, hindi sila nakapag-book. Kaya doon medyo nagkakaroon ako ng delay. Kaya matagal akong nakaalis. Matagal akong nakaalis sa area na yon. So ngayon, hindi ako nag-book ng sasakyan that will pick me up from the airport to the hotel kasi I have family friend who was gonna pick me up. Ngayon, nalaman ko doon that they are not allowing it pala. Ang transportation na gamitin pala natin should be a official transportation from the hotel or the airport taxi. So I chose to just use the airport taxi. Ang nabayaran ko is, well, ang sabi noon sa labas na ng, ano bang tawag doon? Dispatcher, sabi niya 650, flat rate daw niya. Flat rate daw yon. Sabi ng pamangkin ko before kasi, sabi niya, it would be just around 400, tita. But anyway, I was charged 650 for that. So, okay lang. Basta ang importante ay makarating na ako dito sa hotel. Kasi pala, sa airplane from South Carolina hanggang Guam, wala talagang pagkain na i-serve sa amin. I've been waiting and waiting, pero walang pagkain na i-serve. Only yung biscuit lang na maliit, isa, tapos tubig, kape, or coke. Wala talagang, kaya magbaon kayo ng makakain ninyo kasi walang pagkain na isi-serve sa plane. That was also one of the thing na iba before. Kasi before talagang parang nagfa-fattening ka while traveling. But this time, no. Para kang nagfa-fasting kasi walang pagkain na ibibigay. Talagang gutom na gutom ako. Parang puno ng hangin ang tiyan ko nang dumating ako sa airport. Sa Guam naman, kung bound to the Philippines, may ibinigay na pagkain. Pero yun lang, 3 hours na lang. Pero yung flight ko na 8 hours or more, walang pagkain. Pagdating na lang doon sa Guam, 3 hours after, heading na to the Philippines, yun, may pagkain na. Pero alam nyo naman, nawala na ng gana kasi napas mo na for a long time. Kaya, tapos yung pagkain hindi pa masyadong kaya, yun, gutom na gutom ako. Pagdating dito sa hotel, yung hotel ko pala nakuha na Red Planet, walang free na pagkain. Akala ko may restaurant sila, wala din pala. Kaya, they actually allow me naman to buy foods bago ako mag-check-in kasi sabi ng hotel staff na once I checked in, hindi na ako pwedeng lumabas. So luckily there is a 7-Eleven that is just beside the hotel, so nagbili ako ng maraming pagkain para good for 10 days at saka water na malaki. Nang nakapasok na ako dito sa hotel, sabi ko it's okay kasi mag-order sana ako ng Food Panda. The problem is, hindi din sila nag-a-allow, unlike the other hotel, na pwede kang mag-order sa labas. Dito sa Red Planet, hindi. Hindi ka pwede, kahit, dinownload ko pa naman yung Panda, kasi akala ko makapag-order ako, but the hotel don't allow that. Kasi daw, posible din na maging carrier yung tagahatid ng pagkain. Kaya, career ng COVID virus yung tagahatid ng pagkain. Kaya hindi ako naka-order ng Food Panda. So, ang kinain na lang namin ng anak ko is chips. Ito tong mga nabili namin at saka yung noodles na nabili ko sa labas. So, yan lang guys. Ang hotel naman may nagsiserve din sila. Pwede din sila. Wala silang restaurant pero may tao silang kinokontak yata to cook. Uniform lang yung pagkain. So, sabi nila, you can order from them. So, hindi ka pwede mag-order ng any food from outside except kung may relatives ka daw na pwedeng magdala ng pagkain para sa'yo. They can drop it off sa baba, and then it will be the hotel personnel ang magdala dyan sa labas ng aming room, which mayroong maliit na table at doon nila ilagay yung pagkain. But of course, pag wala tayong relative dito sa Manila, sinong maghahatid ng atin? So, maghahatid ng pagkain natin. So, mapilitan ka na talaga na mag-order na lang sa hotel. Pero the thing is, hindi naman sila yung tagaluto is dahil hindi naman restaurant. So, pagdating ng pagkain dito, maginaw na. Tapos yun, walang cup, wala. So piliin nyo yung hotel na talagang mayroong mga gamit guys na pwede nyo gamitin for 10 days. Kasi dito walang cup, walang mga cups, basta kulang-kulang. Walang ang tissue. Red Planet ang morsel do. So anyways, yan ang may share ko sa inyo yung flight ko from the US to the Philippines. Please abangan nyo yung next video ko that will talk about my first day experience sa hotel na aking tinirhan. Alright guys, thank you for watching. You all have a good day and please be safe.